before streaming. Right up the jacks.
And that's it. We're live. We're done. We're on. That's it. Only
Right up the jacksy.
15 minutes on time.
Perfect timing. Yeah.
Everyone.
Right up the jacks.
Mo is just. I don't know what's wrong with Mo right
people,
now.
that was a zombie.
Doesn't Mo look kind of like the guy from Inglourious Bastards? He looks like Brad Pitt a little bit.
It's that little quiffy thing he's got going
Yeah,
on.
it's a little whoop, little hairdo. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to episode 82 of the Super Awesome Vape Show, where we talk about absolutely nothing for an hour and you guys just laugh at us in chat. So, hello, all. I'm so glad to be back. It's been too long. I miss these guys. I miss you guys in chat. And I miss the banter and the fun. So, welcome, everybody. Let's go through. Do you want me to do the shout outs? I'll do shout outs.
You better add, because I ain't got nothing up.
All right.
I've only got the
I am
screen
ready.
Marriage fear.
up.
Big shout out to Ian Morgan, St. Cunty McFuckoff, Scott MC, Bill Richards. We've got who else? Ronster Campbell. We've got For British Eyes Only, who isn't British, but I'm not going to tell you guys. I mean, what? Oh, oops, sorry. We've got Nita. We have Des Turner. We've got who else? UK Andy's just tuning in. We've got Vaping Pasty.
Pasty. She's lovely pasty.
Sorry.
You've got a lovely pasty.
Andy Summerfield's checking in as well. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Good to be back here. So let's just go around real quick. I'm not going to start. I'm going to end it. I'm going to pass it off real quick. So we're going to go just real quick what we're vaping on right this very second. One setup, okay? And we're going to start with Aiden.
Yeah, I just knew that was going to happen. Just a big shout out to everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. And it's so nice to be back with you, lads. I have proper missed you. Big love and hugs and all the old shiznay. I'm on the Cold Steel 100, which is my go-to mod with the Raptor on it, with a nice little bit of EVC's Enigma in there. I nearly dropped that because I didn't put the cap on. That would have been fun. I'd have pressed enter and left. And I will pass it straight over to the wonderful Mody Bro.
Hello, everybody. We are back. I'm so happy. I've missed these guys more than you will ever know. I love these lads. It's so good to be back. And to everyone in chat, hello, how are you? Right, okay, so the setup I'm running today is a new but old but new
Oh, all right.
beta mod. It's the Zenith from iJoy.
Ooh.
The Tesla Invader 2.3 gave up the ghost, so I just got this to replace it. And it's got little flashy LEDs. Woo, LEDs.
I thought that was the
Everyone loves
RX then. It's the same shape as the roller, isn't it?
Yeah.
it. Yeah, kind of.
RX 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's over there. That's another
That's
one.
what I thought it was at first.
And I've got the Bonza 1.5 on the top. And in there, I've got cinnamon. This is a hell of a name for a liquid, right? Cinnamon, sugar, Belgian waffle, cream syrup from the Waffle Project.
Ooh.
Yes.
The Waffle Project.
Waffle. Everyone loves a waffle.
As long as it's not a blue one.
Ah.
No! But that is what I'm vaping on tonight. So I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Mike's Mex. Come on, Mike.
Everyone, how we all doing? Likewise, missed you all. Been too freaking long now. Was it been 5 weeks?
Yeah, it's got to be 5 weeks, yeah.
5, 6 weeks, something like that. Welcome everyone in chat as well. Tonight, I'm not actually on a mech. I'm on my Asmodeus Minikin V2.
Elitist.
Kadama one. And I've got the Rebirth RTA on there. And I'm on the old Wicklicker Boulevard, which is still my all-time favourite juice.
Nice.
Ooh.
So, and plus I like the fact that comes in 150ml bottles.
150?
Yeah, so it takes 3 nick shots to make it 180.
Fuck,
Damn.
that's a lot of liquid. Fuck.
What's the price on that?
I'll pay £25.
Yes, good price.
That is a good
Oh, that is it.
Yeah.
Juice.
So
About $30.
Nice.
$32.
So
That's
what
not
is
bad.
over to Mr. Badger Set.
It took 5 minutes.
Dickhead. Well, I haven't missed any of these fuckers. That's for sure. I've missed you lot in chat. It's nice to be back. Nah, missed them really. Yeah, it's good to get back into it. It's real good. And I was going to say I'm vaping on my Caliburn, but I think it's going flat. So I'm going to change it to the Power Artery PAL 2. And I've got some Fat Fog, Fat Mango in there.
Ooh.
With a touch of Pod Salt Mango Ice.
Oh.
So just to give it a little bit of contrasting mangoes there. But yeah, it's really good.
Fucking
Yes.
hell, mate. £14 for 150ml. Bargain.
I know,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I'm vaping on tonight. So I will pass it over to the one and only, he's dying inside to say after show, Nick. Daily Vape TV.
After show. Hello. Yeah. So the one that I'm currently vaping on, damn, not this again.
Oh, fucking hell, you touched it.
He's
I
got
know.
a floppy date.
The Druga Foxy with the Falcon tank, the original Falcon tank on top of there. And there's a reason behind that is because I'm testing this versus the Skur S tank because they look identical. So I'm going to be testing them side by side and giving my thoughts on that. But in there, I've got some 0 milligram. Yes, I'm actually giving it a go again. The Vape Craft 0 milligram
Oh, won't last long.
tropical twist. But I am vaping Nick Salt in this one, 10 milligram pod salt.
I've actually dropped down.
I mean,
I've got this, but it's got 2 Nick Salt shots in there. So it's about 6-ish.
6-ish. Oh,
Yeah.
look at you, so progressive, Jay. You're growing up.
I was on 3 milligram Nick Salts.
You're growing up.
Fucking weird.
What coil have you got in there in the Falcon?
Just the original M1 coil. It's
M1.
honestly, it's the best coil. It's the only one you should buy. Please stop asking me for the stupid M Dual and M1 Plus and all those other stupid coils. They suck. M1. That's it.
I like the M1, that's what I use.
Good. That's
Fuck
the
you.
right answer.
Thank you. I go straight to the top of the class.
And guess, Andy, the Foxy's still running just fine. I mean, I didn't know that there was a big issue with these.
Big issue.
Running fine.
Appreciate it.
So, do you want to talk about the elephant in the room? And I'm not talking about Jay.
I was about to say, I'll fuck off now then, shall I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck you, Nick.
I thought you were actually on about me.
I
on
mean,
about me.
you could have said the same thing about me. Jeez. But, well, as you all know, I'm from the States, and we're fucked.
Yeah. Your best mate Trumpet.
Well,
Yeah, there you go. Trumpet.
what? Oh my God, that's amazing.
So every time we mention his name, we've got to go.
That's amazing. I need one of those.
Good.
So if we mention his name, you say his first name, and then you've got to be quick enough to go for Trump. Yeah, that's quality. So what has Donald done?
Well, on Wednesday, on the anniversary of one of the biggest terrorist attacks in our country's history, 9/11, he announced that he will be banning vape flavors because, quote, we can't have people getting sick. And truth be told, I am a firm believer that he is completely bought into the fake news that he hates so much about the people that are dying from, quote, vaping. Now, I use that liberally because we all know that it's not our type of vaping that people are getting sick from. It's black market bootleg THC cartridges that people are passing off as the real deal. And the main source of the issue is lipids, aka oils in the lungs, causing them to fail. And these oils are coming from vitamin E acetate, which is an agent used to thicken the liquid because people want thicker distillates in their cartridges. So they use a thickening agent because they're bootleg and they want to make it seem higher quality than it really is. So, with all that information being spewed out of my mouth, well, I want to hear from you guys because I really haven't spoken to anyone on your side of the pond about this issue, kind of intentionally because I wanted to do it live here and get your initial reactions about the story when what you've heard, before I explained it here. But and I want to hear what your thoughts on the whole thing are. So,
what a crock of shit.
I mean,
come on. Fucking hell. I've had so many people coming into the shop. Oh, everybody's dying now. Well, yeah, you still come in to get juice. And plus, I told them exactly what you just said. It's underground, bootleg, mix in the kitchen or bathtub shit that people are putting crap in there that they don't know what's going in it. And, as harsh as it sounds, more for them for buying fucking knockoff gear. I would never vape anything like that because I want to know what's in it.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous just to save a few quid.
Yeah, obviously, you could be some people who are using it for, medicinal purposes and stuff like that, trying to.
But they're not because they're using the
wrong.
wrong. No one uses the THC side of things for medicinal purposes.
No, that's not true. People do use THC for medicinal. The point is CBD, right? CBD has most of the benefits that you get from the cannabis plant. But for the actual cannabis plant itself, marijuana will still always have the most benefits, like the most terpenes.
So medical marijuana has got THC in it at high dosage. No.
Some does, some doesn't. It depends on what strain and what strength. You can get different strengths and strains and all different types of hybrids between indica and sativa, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of different strains out there. And you can have CBD flower, which has very low THC, very high CBD yield, and that gives you less of the high and more of just the benefits from it. And we even have CBD flower. We sell it at one of our shops.
I've got some right here.
So there you go. So I mean, the plant and the flower and the most raw material is always going to be the best, but we have to find a better way, apparently, of protecting ourselves from these black market cartridges, because what people are doing is they're printing off labels and boxes that look just like the real thing and passing them off as these brand name carts.
Yeah.
They've actually caught 2 people as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
They're starting to catch people, in massive rings. And I saw a few pictures of a person with mason jars just full of these like distillate liquids.
I didn't know they used like the THC side of things for the medicinal side of it as well. I thought it was just mainly higher yields of CBD side of things.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Well, I mean, it depends because certain people have reactions to certain things. So,
yeah, I get that. But why would you want to get someone buzzing?
Doesn't the THC also give you like the munchies side of it? So,
well, that's the psychoactive side of it. That's the bit that messes with your brain. That's the bit that gives you the euphoric, the high.
Yeah. Also, isn't that the bit that actually does give you the munchies? Because I think people who've got like HIV and AIDS, because they take so many medicines and it takes away their actual wanting to
eat.
Appetite.
Right. Yeah. That's one reason. Indica is known for being like a stress reliever and stuff like that. So people taking it for headaches, anxiety, that kind of thing. People get stress headaches, and if you use indicas, then it'll calm you down. So you really just have to go to a proper dispensary and talk with them and learn, specifically about each strain and what they do, and whoever's working there will be able to tell you and match you up with the proper product.
That's
just like Jay, you and I work at a vape shop. We ask questions and kind of weave a path towards what people are going to want. You know,
Yeah.
you go, okay, well, you want something like this because this is, you know, what you explained to me.
So for any of you people out there that want to use these cartridges, you don't get them off the black market. Go to someone proper. For God's sake, please just go down the proper channels. Because now this has had a big impact, a negative impact on the whole industry, just because they use them on a fucking C4 pen. That's
But
all.
this is quite bad because if you think about it, right? These THC cartridges, bad enough, like really bad. But Trump bringing in this flavor ban all across like the US or whatever, he's trying to
Countrywide.
getting it a rolling, you know, get the ball rolling. Do you think that's going to encourage more people to
Use the black market.
Yeah, exactly. To make underground
To get their flavours.
So he's shooting himself in the foot, really, if you think about it.
Or is it a tactic that they're using against ammunition? So people are going to be getting more ill from this shit because it's not regulated, and then they're going to turn around and say, "Oh, look, we told you vaping was bad."
Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. It's going to make it worse. If people are only going to be able to get hold of the one flavor, which is tobacco, that's not to everyone's needs. So they're going to want to go to the underground. If this ban does actually materialize, then people are going to go to underground markets, which started this whole fucking thing in the first place.
And have they actually put the pods into the system? You know what the American, I'm not being horrible to you, Nate, you know what the American government's like? We're going to find out in 30 years' time. It were actually them who put the actual pods into the system.
That's actually what I was, you know, I haven't said it publicly anywhere, but I kind of have been thinking that in the back of my head because, like, all these kids that are getting sick all over the place, they all have, like, a similar look to them, and they're all kind of like, I don't know. I'd hate to use the word like hipsters, but there's a lot of like hipster-looking people getting sick off of these carts, and I'm like, it looks like they just put out a post on like a modeling agency or something, and going, hey, models needed for, you know, hospital bed photos and like blah blah blah. Like, you know, that's how like these false flag sort of things start, is like a casting call for models, and you get a bunch of people to like just dress up and lay in hospital beds and
hold a sign saying, "I hate vaping because it ruined my life," and then you get fucking celebrities endorsing it.
Yep,
exactly.
Fox News or CNN, something they'd actually been hiring people. You know, when something had gone off, they actually hired people to be eyewitnesses who were actually. And I think one woman appeared in about 5 or 6 different, one of them with different hair colours and that, but it was the same woman, and they found her out.
Yeah, they hire, like, big corporations and everything hire people to protest.
Big Uggles Gaily Box.
There's proof of that all over the place, and it's like it's almost obvious in certain senses. Like, people that are like against a power plant being in their backyard, it's like, oh, why are you against this? And they read off the same script, so they all say the same things, you know. But I just think it's funny. And like, oh, people are saying, oh, well, there was a girl that said that she was vaping like e-liquid. It wasn't THC. It's like, of course they're going to say they're vaping e-liquid and not THC because they don't want to get caught from their parents. Or their parents caught them vaping THC, and they say, don't tell them, the press, that you were vaping THC. Tell them it was the Juul or something like that, because they don't want
good Catholic people.
Yeah, they don't want their family to be outed like that.
Or their neighbours judging them and all that bullshit. For fuck's sake, Frames Janklin, he hit it, James, he hit it on the head. Always know what you're putting in your body. Seriously. You need to be fucking double careful on this, especially with all this shit now. Mm-hmm. Go to reputable vendors. Like, just fucking know what you're vaping, for fuck's sake. Do everybody a favour.
I'm most worried about copycats. Like, people going, oh, that's a good idea. I could make this distillate. Why don't I just print off some copies of these dank cart boxes and sell them on Instagram? Because that's what you get too. Direct shipping
what
Instagram
about the terrorist sort of organisations who think, I'll tell you what we'll do now is we can stick whatever we want in these shitting things and sell them. Before you know it, they're vaping anthrax and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There could be anything in them. What was it? There was a case that I saw. A woman posted a picture. She said, "I'm not gonna lie, I bought a dank cartridge and I've used it, and this is what happened to me. You know, I'm very, very sick, and hopefully I'll turn it around." But what the doctors said, that they found traces of cocaine in her cart, and she's like, "I've never used cocaine."
That's to get them
life.
hooked, so they go back to the same person.
Right.
That shit that's fucking bad news. Oh my god.
So it's scary, man. It's like if you go to a dispensary and you get a legal cartridge, if you live in a legal state like mine, then it's not a big deal because you know where it's coming from. Everything is documented. Everything has paper records everywhere and like a trail. You can follow it all the way back.
All the way back to source.
Yeah.
Right.
And then upon request, if you request it, they've got to show it to you.
Right. And you as a customer are also tracked as well because you have to put your name and information down when you go to a dispensary. So it's kind of two-way communication there as well. So if you complain and say, "Oh, this is bad," then they know where you bought it, when you bought it, where it came from, all the way back to the seed, you know?
Just a couple of comments here in chat. Gaily Bob says, if perhaps all the money sent to the multiple agencies were more streamlined and organised to fight it politically, and there had not been so much apathy, then maybe it would be a different story. Also, Ron Campbell says that he did see a kid being asked where did he get it from, and he replied, a drug dealer.
Drug dealers. It's like the Family Guy thing is like, where'd you get that? Blacks. What? Peter, that's racist. What? I got it from some white guy behind Black's hardware store. Oh my God.
But it has actually had an effect here in the UK. And I'll say, obviously, Jay touched on it. Obviously, people coming into his vape shop. But obviously, our news, as soon as it come out, it hit our news, and it was vaping's bad. It's killed so many people over in America. So just walking around, a lot of people in my village know that I vape review, and I've given out loads of kits to people to get them off the stinkers. And the amount of people that come up to me, told you that vaping was bad. Told you that vaping was bad. So then I've had to go through it and explain about what the THC and how it's all happened as well. But I've got to give England Public Health, though. They've come out, didn't they, on Twitter and said, we've not said that anything is 100% safe. No. What we've said it is 95% safer. Safer. And so they've backed us there as well. Also, the news has now put out that it isn't to do with traditional vaping. It's actually to do with vaping THC
illegal substances.
There was a TV interview, wasn't there? That was broadcast.
But
yeah, they had some doctor or something on there, didn't they, saying that it wasn't down to regular e-cigarette use. Yeah,
but it's tarnished us and it's hit us really bad.
Oh yeah, the public that don't vape or don't know enough about it, or people that smoke, obviously they'll say, I've seen this in the news and all this.
So now they're linking it to how many deaths?
6.
6 deaths.
6 deaths, yeah.
But they're not focusing on how many lives it's potentially saved.
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
I saw something funny today that said people that died from Tide Pods, 8. People that died from vaping black market THC cartridges, 6. It's like, aha, I knew this was a ploy from
people that die from smoking. Fucking God knows how many million.
I forgot about the whole Tide Pod thing.
But
that was another
6 people caused a national ban.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The planted 6 people caused that.
Yeah, exactly.
The hired 6 people caused the ban.
I have a theory. Our good friend Donnie.
Donald.
He has a son named Baron who's young. How much you want to bet Melania caught? Here, go for it, Melania. Hey. How much you want to bet she caught him with a jewel and freaked out? How much you want to bet?
Go on.
I'm surprised I caught him with his sister.
Fucking hell.
He's dying inside.
After show. Yeah, that's it. Probably caught him with Joel. Obviously, she's thinking I'll back it. I don't know, but she's probably been lobbied by the, we call them the tennis women, which really makes me laugh over there. You've got these sets of mums who were all against it all, and then I think there were one. I've said it on a couple of the shows about whether she's crying about her 8-year-old son. I've got an 8-year-old daughter. How the hell have they got hold of a vape device?
Yeah. What sort of circles are they moving in? Why are they not fucking watching their kids at 8 years old to be getting this shit? Fuck that.
Obviously,
Do your fucking parenting properly.
My front room, it's my studio. There's vape shit everywhere. Do not go in my room. Do not sit in my chair. Do not go around anything. Do not touch anything. You are not allowed.
My 6-year-old grabs this and he winds me up with it. He'll go, oh, you fucking dare.
Fucking hell.
But he knows not to. He's just doing it because he's winding me up. And he knows that I'm going to freak out. But he's like,
Get that out of your mouth.
We got a TVP in the house.
Yo.
What's up?
Wait, do the fart for him too.
So we've just been talking about Donald.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's just fucking bollocks. It really is. There's something behind this that's a bigger thing that nobody's like aware
I
of.
did think you were a bit shitty though, being 9/11 as well.
Yeah, I know.
Just thought you wouldn't say anything on that day. Just left that day to just not to be thought about anything. But now it's going to be in everybody's head. I remember when they all started it all off 9/11. It's like, why did you not just leave it?
Yeah, but it could have been a thing to like fucking steer things away. Oh, 9/11, fucking hell, all the conspiracy theorists come out on this day. Let's just do this instead. Let's fuck them all up and just bring this shit out. That'll get millions of people talking.
But that's the thing is like, I don't think he said anything about the actual 9/11 event on 9/11. It was all an uproar over vaping.
What a cock.
And like, how dare
point.
he? Go ahead.
Really good point. That could have been a thing to
A distraction.
validate it
Yeah,
again, that it's
a
all being brought up
diversion.
about the conspiracy theories and stuff.
Oh,
My
9/11's
whole-
coming. They'll all come out the woodwork. Let's think of something else quick. Let's throw them all off guard.
But my whole thinking is 6 people caused a national flavor ban.
Something fishy there.
6 people.
It's nothing to do with it. I can't. What I can't grasp is all right. Regulate it. What are you going to do against cigarettes then? So what you want to do then is you want to take kids off from vaping, which I don't agree with it. But if they're going to take something up, I'd rather them do vaping than smoking cigarettes. So I'll tell you what, don't worry about it. They can't vape, but they're all right to get 20 Marlboro.
But this is the
Exactly.
thing. Don't they do flavoured fucking, like, flour, like herbs? Ain't they flavoured?
It's not flavored intentionally, but it's
No, but it is.
grown...
The strains are different flavours. You got bubbleberry, hubba bubba mix and all this shit, and blueberry and fucking pink haze and purple haze, whatever it may be. Come on, man. This is fucking ridiculous. What about all the fucking alcopops that they've got? Strawberry kiwi this, fucking bubblegum WKD that, all this other bullshit. What, you think that ain't fucking appealing to kids?
What about the massive opiate stuff as well?
Fucking unbelievable.
the UK knows.
Oh, it doesn't escape us, mate.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense because you have 480,000 people in our country die every year from smoking-related illnesses. 480,000. That's almost 500,000.
I don't even think that. It's probably more than that, to be fair.
Yeah. And he freaks out about 6 people dying and 500 getting sick from
There's something
illegal cartridges.
It's either a diversion tactic or there's something that it just don't sit right. It's just not.
It hasn't sat right at all. But what you've got to do though is we've got to sort of go back maybe 3 years. Where Vic made a massive great point about with the Senate when they were all getting voted in. People needed to be doing things then. It seems to be that I'm not going to go at you, Nick, but a lot of people sitting down there in America just sit back. It's not affecting me. What is it? 10 points something out of how many million are in America?
I think there's 600 million. I don't know.
10 million vapors. That seems to be very,
Yeah.
very quiet.
10 million vapors out of like, I think it's like 600 million population.
Irrespective of the population, 10 million vapors is a lot of fucking vapors.
It's a lot of votes too.
Yeah.
And even the Republicans are saying how Trump's an idiot for doing this because he's going to lose. He's going to lose the election because he's lost the vote of 10 million people that vape. You know, so
Good.
In 27.
but both sides. It's bipartisan.
He tried
Conservatives.
backtracking as well. Didn't you see his Twitter post that was floating around that he tried backtracking on the whole thing?
Yeah, because he doesn't know shit about what he's talking about, which is why he should just keep his fucking mouth shut.
Exactly. He put a
Until he
Twitter post
knows
out
more.
saying,
Don't you
"Oh,
wish?
what's
Don't you
this?"
wish you never voted for him now, Nick?
I was close. 330 million. I was double that.
330 million that are known about.
No, that's 330 total. 10 million vapors.
That's like Mark just said. TVP said, how many of those 10 million actually give a fuck though?
10%.
Yeah, there you go.
10%.
It's like,
My
oh,
guess.
it's all right. Somebody else will, somebody else will be an advocate. Somebody else will go and do these rallies.
Yeah, someone else will sign a declaration or a bit of paper to stop it. I'll be all right.
People think that
Well, you're
there's-
not. You're
Yeah, it's
all
like, it's only
fucked.
just one person. I'm not going to make that much of a difference, but that one person fucking totals up. If everybody thinks the same thing.
People think that one-click little votes or whatever, the signatures, sign the petition to stop Trump from doing this. They think that they think that's going to work, and it's not. It's not going to work at all.
Mike, what do you think about the fact of over the years, all these big companies from China and America, like Purge and all these, who have made billions of dollars off of us vapors? Why haven't they sort of like come up and said, look, we're going to actually start putting some money into it? What
Yeah,
do you
someone
think about
fucking
that?
represent. There's so many big companies.
That's where the fight needs to come from. It needs to come from the companies that are making the products.
Right.
It's no good the actual vapor doing the fighting.
Yeah.
It comes
Here,
from the
here.
companies that we are, as vapors, are paying
Yeah.
for the goods.
Yeah.
The ones that are making the fucking millions, they're the ones that need to step up because they will have no fucking business left when it goes all tits up.
Exactly.
So if you're listening, if you're out there and you're watching, you fucking step up to the mark, do something, get onto your fucking marketing team or something. You're the ones with the clout, you're the ones with the money. You need to fucking do something about your industry or we're all fucked.
Yep.
Or are they thinking right now, it doesn't matter anyway, we'll just go on to the civic side of it, because that's going to make us loads of money anyway.
Probably. They're
Yeah.
they're just riding the gravy train to
Do you think it's about time as well that we sort of had an actual, say, a vaping association where we got a lot of the high-end people, including some reviewers, all in there, where they're all going to one point of actually to do with vaping, not so much like harm reduction. I know it's to do with harm reduction because there's a lot of the organisations, such like the NNA, they was doing the harm reduction for ICOS. They didn't poo-poo ICOS. They said it was another harm reduction. Do you think we should have something that's just a vaping association where we can get people together and get money put in properly to be able to fight
to
it?
fight the corners that we need fighting? Yeah, you're fucking right. It should have been done a long time ago.
What you actually need is a fucking association with some fucking balls.
Yeah.
That's what you
So
need.
we have a few here. We have the American Vaping Association. We have the Vapor Technology Association. Oh shit, our stream just died real quick. Oh, looks like we're back. Anyways, we have the Vapor Technology Association. We have the Smoke-Free Alternative Trade Association, and we have the Consumer Advocates for Smoke-Free Alternatives, CASA. So CASA, SAFADA, AVA, and VTA. And all of those are fighting little different fights all over the place. What we need is for everyone to just kind of come together.
Unite and fight the
Unite.
big fight.
Right. Because we're dealing with local bans, we're dealing with national bans. Michigan has just been overshadowed. Let's not even get into that because Michigan started as the first statewide flavor ban. And then no more than 4 or 5 days later, Trump announces a national flavor ban.
TVP was saying that no, Aiden, the NNA tried for years and failed. I think they did pretty well over it when they went over to Europe, didn't they? When the TPD and all the bits, and when they were going to make it into, if it were going to be a pharmaceutical product or a vaping product, I think they did pretty well with that. Sorry, Nick.
But okay, so the there are other, there's even other organizations like Americans for Tax Reform and a few others that are kind of on our side as well, because Americans for Tax Reform wants no new taxes, period. They fight every single tax that anyone introduces everywhere. So they fight it, which is kind of on our side, which is great. And we also have the CASA is technically not just vaping. CASA is all smoke-free alternatives. So you have snus and, anything except for combustible tobacco. So, and I'm all for everything too, but like the people that are also losing out in this are the cigar smokers, because cigars are being brought up as well because they're trying to get rid of flavored cigars, which technically could cover every cigar. So all these fat cats in Washington and, with all the money that love their cigars better think twice and maybe stand up for something, because they're going to lose that just alongside of our flavored e-liquids. So what we need is a unified fight. We need to all get together and agree on something and actually make some change happen, because what we've been doing, which is basically clicking our mouse sitting at a computer, isn't working.
What, you think rallying around's going to start working? It's too late, I think.
Yeah, I think
that's what everyone would say. It's too late.
Just another thing, sort of sat on the fence sort of side of it. Do you think it actually could come out that it might actually be good for vaping? Do you think that it could be a fact of, do you know what, this might be the kick up the arse that the vapors needed, and they're actually, other people are going to come into, I was going to say Parliament then, but it's Congress, isn't it? They're going to come in there and they're going to go, look, this isn't as bad as what you're making it out to be. I don't think you should be doing this. Do you think people are going to back it up, and maybe it's not going to be as bad as it looks as it's going to be, and it might turn it around, or do you think we're just wishful thinking?
Well, I fucking hope so. Really?
I think it's going to scare the shit out of people. It's going to kind of light a fire under their ass and maybe get people calling the White House and everything like that. And then it's going to be a whole bunch of political rigmarole kind of mulling around for the next year and a half until we're forced to be regulated by the FDA. I don't think there's actually going to be a flavor ban going into effect. I think he's going to turn around at the last second and say, oh, well, we'll do something about Juul, I think what he should do is, if anything, ban high milligram nicotine, like 50 milligram. Limit us to 20 or 25. And then also pod systems, because pod systems really are the culprit behind the kid-friendly epidemic, what we're having here, so-called epidemic. Because before pod systems came around, you didn't really see too many young people wanting to take up vaping, because it was big, funky, heavy mods, and it wasn't the attractive thing that it is now.
It wasn't stealthy enough to hide from your mum and dad and teachers and stuff, yeah.
So it comes back to that thing of being a parent. It's your job not to blame. It's like if my child goes out there and goes and drinks 40 bottles of Wicked and dies. I know kids will do what they need to do, but you need to be tracking what your children are doing.
If that happened, I blame you, because all that fucking vodka you drink.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. You got to fucking be looking after your kids, like. Do you know what? Bring back the fucking 70s and the fucking 80s when you got a slap around the back of the head for being cheeky and whatnot. Fucking get that country back into tow. That's what's wrong with society. Oh, you can't do this. Oh.
Yeah,
a fucking slap around my ear rolls never done me any fucking harm.
Me neither. And the thing about it is the government are now more trying to control how you look after your children.
Yeah.
You've just got to look at this, and what they do is they make it worse for parents because obviously then you've got no power over your child. You can just have to keep. It's a bit like the police over here.
Well, it has a knock-on effect, exactly that. Because like you're not allowed to slap your kids, so they're out there doing whatever the fuck they want. So they're causing more crime and putting more stress on the police system and all that sort of shit. I mean, you fucking slap the cunt and fucking don't do it.
I want to put it quite like that, but yeah. But the thing is, if you bring back the power to the parents, then you can even go to like the school holiday stuff, you know, where your child's going to school all the time, but you can only take them out in that 6 weeks. Years ago, we could go on holiday whenever you wanted. So if your dad worked certain shifts, whatever, you could go wherever you want. But nowadays, they fine you.
Yeah, Pete, yeah, I was just going to say, you get fined now, don't you?
120 quid a child. Now, my work, in that period when they're off, because obviously we're in an entertainment company, my work doubles. People have the weddings, they have the parties, they have everything. That's where they book us. So that's where I make my massive amount of money. And I need that because mine's not like everybody's salary, you know, where it's like monthly. Mine works in like sort of seasons. So you need to save a bit from here and a bit from there. And you know, in Christmas, you're going to get...
For the slow seasons, yeah, you have to fund for yourself.
So if you think when everybody's going back to school and they're just getting themselves sorted, that's normally when we have the holiday.
Well, I think my wife worked out that if it's only 120 quid a person, like per child or whatever, but the holidays in the actual holiday times, it costs you more than that. So you save money outside, like take the fucking fine.
Well, yeah, well, it does. If you look at it, and this is nothing, if they're going to do that in the government, then what they should do is they should say, I'm not going to up the prices of where you stay. Even the trains go up. Literally, the trains triple in price because, you know, if you're going to, obviously, wherever you want to go on a train, if you don't drive, whatever, that goes up. Even like the bowling alley prices and the pictures and everywhere else, they just cramp the money up.
Yeah, and you know, when you've got dusty old mongs fucking singing in the NEC, it puts the Expo price of tickets up on the hotel.
Fuck that bitch.
Dusty old
gone up at the Expo, which obviously we're going to have to touch on that. And we have got some tickets to give away like every other else has got. You've got to think about that. That's gone up by £100, hasn't it?
Yeah. Just some dusty old fucking crow croaking away there on the fucking microphone.
She could pick the bucket beforehand. You never know.
She's pissed me the fuck off. I'm telling you. Extra 100 and something quid.
Yeah, it's £301. It normally cost me with breakfast. It normally cost me 248 for just the room. This time it's 301.
But why her? I mean, they had the whole cast from the fucking Supernatural TV series. They had them over in one of the expos at the same time, and it didn't push the fucking hotel prices up that much.
You never know, though. After last time we were there, they might be thinking, I thought we'll try and outprice them.
What, these noisy cunts? Yeah, let's try and stop them from coming here.
Yeah.
That's probably more likely.
Speaking of Expo, did you hear they announced an Expo London?
Woo!
What?
February.
Yeah,
February the
February
15th.
15th and 16th at Olympia.
Yeah, boy!
Fuck.
I'll be there.
So who am I going to stay with?
Yeah,
you're more than welcome, bro.
I'd say you could stay here, but my sister's got the spare room.
You're more than welcome to stop at ours, Nick. You know that, brother.
You're saying you're being your boyfriend. Fuck that, mate.
I'll sleep in the cabin.
If I want
Not in February, though. It's going to be cold.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it'll be absolutely freezing. This year, we're going to have a right bad winter. January and February, it's going to be absolutely...
February,
I'm going to pack for British Eyes, too.
Is it going to be carpet there? That's the main question.
Carpet gate.
Is there going to be carpet?
Crash with Mike's man.
That's what I thought. The best thing about it, well, that's what I thought Mel were on about.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but now obviously the Expo's just around the corner, isn't it? Are we hoping, obviously watching Vic's and Empire's vlog of how great the Germany one looked, and it did look really good. And a lot of them have been speaking to the actual people from Expo. Do you think they're going to take a bit of a leaf out of their book and have it look in the same way?
I think, I mean, they've upped their game a little bit by having the Modders Gallery there. I've seen the list of some of the modders that are going to be there, so I'm expecting some nice things, pricey things, but nice things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one of the companies that's going to be in the modders gallery is Pure Wattage Germany, which is a tube mech mod company, and I've been after one of their mods for a long time now. So I might well press the button on that one.
It'd be nice if they split it. You know, like the juice and the mods.
Yeah.
So you don't have a full-on disco going while trying to speak to a vendor.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I think that'd be a good idea.
It's like, hiya, can I try this? Turn it down, you pricks. Yeah.
Yeah, but you just don't want to be zebra juice shouting out all the way through. Zebra juice!
Yeah.
This, ladies and gentlemen, this
IVG,
is Zebra.
IVG.
I think you're right there. They should do something to separate
Come
it.
and try our 21 new flavours.
We've just added a new 25 new flavours.
Best thing about it is they've gone onto the internet and gone, right, we need a PA. So they bought like this shitty little Bluetooth thing. They've got little headsets on, and by the end of the expo, they've blown the actual tweeter on it, so it didn't actually sound like that. It just sounded like somebody covering the mouth. You know what? The meat van.
Yeah.
It's around £25 of. We'll throw a big stick. No.
Not one juice, not two juice, not three juice, but you're going to get 5 juices for the lovely price.
Come and try a new ice range. Ice range.
Thanks. £25. Who's next up? That's what had happened to it. You've got this black lady on stilts with this microphone on round here, thinking she was actually Janet Jackson. She was sat there doing all the fucking moves and everything.
Yeah, she looked like a zebra but smelt like a fish.
Yeah. She was there all week. Well, it meant that whole week.
Are you over for Expo?
I'm gonna give this expo a miss in October, but I'm thinking about coming over in February if that's the case. As far as May, that's a good question because if I do February there, then I might try May in Germany if they do it in May this time. So
Oh, yeah, we're down with that. Well,
yeah.
The London one's going to run in conjunction with the other two, so they're not stopping the other two from what I've heard.
Okay.
Who's running the London one? Who's like the
Expo. The Birmingham lads.
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this London thing.
Where's your
Yeah,
fucking...
yeah.
You've been under a rock.
Mate, I haven't been doing like any vape stuff for the last 3 weeks.
Even the American knows. Come on.
I'm out the loop. I've been doing real life stuff. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
He's been wanking up a
Been
babe stick.
wanking, yeah, you know.
I just tuned up to a Zoom call. Someone asked me to do a live show, so I just jumped into Zoom. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do SAVS.
You indigenous bastard, you.
Now, obviously, Vape Jam's been very, very quiet about the Liverpool show as well, haven't they? They've been very, very.
Is it still on? I thought it was cancelled.
Is on.
Bye, Zan.
Nice one,
Well,
man.
apparently, it's
Cheers.
still on. Obviously, that's the week before Expo, but it's been very quiet. There's been very hardly any social media or anything on the Jam in Liverpool.
Is the
Oh,
fucking
Oh,
is
look
the
at that.
Shrewsbury one still a thing?
Who, what?
Shrewsbury?
The what?
Was it Shrewsbury? They did one there. It's
Vape-
like,
What,
That's
Vape
not what's on
Fest?
this year.
That was cancelled. Well, yeah, stopped, I think. Oh, look at that. Vape Expo in Dubai.
Ooh.
We'd never get out of there. I'd be locked up.
everyone hit super chat so we can go over to Dubai.
See those super chats.
Yes, if anybody would like to donate to the beer fund for Expo, yeah, you can drop a couple of quid in there. We'll be very happy. And you can also get a bit of merch as well from us.
That's right. We do have merch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is the link down there? Wait, hold on. Did I put the link in? It is down there. The
He has
Teespring
no
link.
signal in the fields of the valleys. Go fuck yourself. Be a show back in
Nice
over
one,
a month,
Des.
and I'm already
Cheers.
getting fucking valleys comments.
Not from me, mate.
I don't live in the valleys.
That's what we need.
It
We
lives
need
in
that,
a
you know,
canyon.
like in from America. We need you. I'm not from the valleys.
You
If
want
anybody
merch?
would
Click
like
the link.
Expo codes for any tickets, just message the SAVS page. Give us a PM and the first come, first serve.
I've got 4 as well, I think.
I will send nudes to the first 100 people that order merch.
You just fucking. What are you trying to do? Not get our merch sold?
They'll be tasteful, don't worry.
Yeah, they will be tasteful.
Mo's calendar.
Oh, I'm not doing another calendar. You can go fuck yourself with that. December was a killer. I was inverted in December.
It was inverted.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It wasn't an outie, it was an innie.
After show.
I hope it's his nipples.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah.
Jacob,
Yeah,
nice to see you, brother.
Get yourself some SAVS merch, bitches.
That's a way to sell it. Call them bitches.
And don't forget, check out my podcast, Bantersation. We're all over the podcast networks. We're on Apple, Google, Spotify, everywhere you can think of.
And the SAVS YouTube channel.
And the SAVS YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm glad we haven't missed a beat, gentlemen. I swear, it's like we never even took a week off here.
No.
It's great. Good conversation today as well. Honestly, there's a lot of good points. Next week, I will keep you guys updated with this situation, but I swear next week we won't go on and on about America because I'm sure you guys don't care. But
we
Of course
care.
we care.
yeah.
We definitely care.
It's fucking...
We're vapors, man. This is the point that this is the point we need to get across. We're all vapors. We're all doing the same thing. So we need to fucking stand our ground.
Yeah.
It's a wide thing. It's not just what's happening in America. It's fucking everything up.
Absolutely.
Vaping is bad.
So,
But
big American vape companies, pull your finger out your arses. If you want to make more money, you've got to fucking spend a bit of money and save the industry over there.
Yeah, you've got to speculate to accumulate.
Fucking damn right.
amen. All right. Well, I think we should call it.
I've got a clip to play.
Oh, this is the one he made us wait for.
Yeah, we haven't heard it either, so we don't know what it is.
You did play. You did. The last one, it did. I watched it back earlier because I was trying to find this stream on the channel, and it did actually get the end of the clip on the last one. If you watch it back on replay, you can hear the full clip.
Is this a new clip then?
This is a new clip.
Go on then.
So let me just
Not
share
too loud, for fuck's sake.
down. No, I've turned it down ready. So here we go. Talk amongst yourselves just while I make sure I haven't fucked it up and got the right one.
Here,
Nah,
Bill
just,
Richards.
You've got a stream coming up a little bit later on, aren't you, Nick?
Yes, I do. 1 hour from right now, I will be streaming over on my channel.
No
Okay.
after show, though, people. He won't invite us on.
Right, let's
Maybe
do this
next
fucking
week.
clip. He won't do an after show.
Sorry.
Right, here we go, people. This is the clip of the week. It's good to be back.
Sorry,
and
not sorry, you
expect
melt.
many more. So here we go. I think I'm sharing the sound. Yeah,
You are.
sound. Here we go.
Paul Perkins was listening. He said, "Thank you so much for playing Dusty Springfield." He says, "If you can get your hands on a growler, I would like to see it on the website." If anyone's got a growler, please phone up now.
Play that again. Stop laughing.
Your hands on the ground.
Paul Perkins was listening. He said, "Thank you so much for playing Dusty Springfield." He says, "If you can get your hands on a growler, I would like to see it on the webcam." I don't think we will. If anyone's got a growler, please phone up now.
I'd like to see it on the webcam.
I don't think he'd like to see Dusty Springfield's growler, if I'm honest with you.
Quality.
You didn't look like that type of bird, to be honest with you.
I love
You
these
can
clips.
get your hands
They're
on a
so
growler.
fucking
I'd
good.
love to see it on a webcam. I bet you fucking would.
Oh my God, Mo.
That was a fucking quality clip to come back to.
Nick,
Yeah.
you still haven't done it. You've got to do it.
I was so happy.
Oh.
Yeah. So if anyone has got a growler, we want to see it on the webcam.
Post it in the SAVS memes group.
Yeah, get your growlers out.
Oh shit!
Oh, we're back. Yes, I love the clips.
We are back.
Oh,
Guys,
I
don't forget,
love it. I'm so
check out
happy.
the memes group. Join up. Post your favorite memes. Make your own. Come up with something funny. We'll show it off on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Get them in there. Get your growlers out. Get your memes in.
So it's a good job you got your words right then. If that had been me after a few pints.
Oh shit! Oh,
We don't have a meme of the week, James. We've been away for so long that we just haven't been paying attention to the group. So
We've been paying attention to the group, but we didn't quite get it set up because Jay had to move his computer around, didn't you, bro?
fuck you, man! You chopped me straight under the bus.
That's Jay's fault.
Oh,
Fuck
that'd be
you.
nice.
Cheers, man.
Jay's fault because he didn't fucking keep his computer up.
I was installing a new graphics card. Lastminute.com.
There we go.
But anyway, I love you, Ada, man. Anyway, guys, it's been fucking awesome. Nice, good show back. Can't wait till the next week. Let's get this fucking shit rolling. Expo in a few weeks' time. Can't wait. Fuck you, Nick.
miss you.
Yeah, fuck you, Nick. You better get your ass over here next year. No excuses. We want you over here next year.
All right. I'm coming back. I'm not going to be gone forever. You know I'm going to be back.
You better be.
Just gotta wait.
We need
Can't
all
afford
of us
2 trips
together.
over a year.
We need all of us together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all need to go to Germany. That's the whole thing.
I'm on that shit.
Anyways. Anyone have to say goodbyes?
To be honest with
Anyone?
you, I bet it's just as cheap to go to Germany. than
Mate,
it-
I worked it out. It's cheaper to go to Germany. The flights, the hotel, and everything is cheaper than the fucking hotel here.
No, is it?
Yes.
Typical.
And I think that was including me renting a car as well.
Fucking hell.
You'd have to get a minibus for us.
They drive on the other side of the road, though. How are you going to deal with that?
I've done that in Gran Canaria. It was so fucked up.
That's right. Nick's used to it, so we'll just nominate him as the driver.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sitting in the back.
I'm sitting
in
in
the boot.
I'm sitting in bubble wrap.
I ain't going to lie on the roof.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I've seen Nick drive. Yeah, bubble wrap all round.
Boom.
What?
Yeah, so long as he's not on the directions, we'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, direction-wise, yeah.
Do you know,
Nine,
if we
it's
all went
Nick
and we got an
turning.
car, we'd have to get loads of crumpets and stick them all on it. The crumpet car.
Crumpet magnets. That's what I'm going to do next for
I'm
next
not hiring
Expo. I'm
no
going to do
fucking
crumpet
car.
magnets.
Definitely.
Crumpet car.
No.
Crumpet magnets for sure.
You get one vinyl wrapped with crumpets and SAVS and massive letters on the back.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we'll just hand out free crumpets.
Yeah, well, that would have been-
Raw. You can eat them raw. Fuck it.
Yeah, raw.
They're good enough for Nick. They're good enough for anyone.
They'll bounce.
You don't.
Have to cook them.
We're gonna hand them out raw. Either that, or we're gonna have to get Mike in the front seat with a toaster going. It's nearly done. It's nearly done.
Better put the butter on it.
Press the popple one. It's burning. It's burning.
Oh, that's your one, Nick.
Cheers.
Guys, it's been fucking awesome. Do you want to say goodbyes? Bye. Cheers.